Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Rules Horror. Story 1. Rules for browsing YuknCom. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. You have been browsing YuknCom. It's a shopping website where they sell everything and anything from the weirdest oddities to everyday items like clothing or furniture, but there's something about this shopping site that feels wrong. It feels dark. Here's a few rules for shopping in this site, hopefully to save your life. When searching for an item, make sure to search by its full name. Not searching by its full name will give you the opposite of what you're looking for. When scrolling through the site you might see that you have entered in a new section. If you have, then exit the shopping site immediately like your life depends on it. Because it does. If you see an item for sale at an insanely low price, do not buy it. This is an optional rule, but you'll receive what you definitely didn't want to see. If you feel a dark presence, leave the site immediately and turn off the Wi-Fi on any devices in the room. You were lucky, but don't push your luck. Don't search your name on the food section. Just don't. Whenever you see an image of a creepy human-like entity staring at its computer monitor, turn off your device immediately. Ignore rules 5 and 4. You weren't that lucky. Make sure to check the shipping time of the item. If it's longer than 3 weeks, then cancel the order. You were lucky. Push it again and you will regret it. Always check the seller of an item you want to purchase. If the item is from an unknown seller, be careful, it hasn't gone through YuknCom safety system. In other words, don't buy it. If the item you purchased isn't what you purchased, you've been marked, hide for 10 minutes. 9. Do not purchase on our website ever again if you survive. 10. If you feel a presence in your room, close the curtains and make sure to lock your door. They know that you visited the site but they cannot get to you, they'll be back however. Story 2. Reality is tiering. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Originally created 3 weeks ago. Last edited 15 minutes ago. Soon we will all be in a new reality. As of now, this event seems to be unavoidable. While it is not an extinction-level threat, we will all have to get used to a new reality. We will update this news article every time we discover something new about this event. This is all we know as of now. Please note that, in the future, this article may contain contradicting ideas and a bit of censored text. This article may seem fake, but it is anything but that. Within as little as 1 month, we will all have to live life in a new reality, one where there could be no technology, Earth-like resources, or inhabitants. The following edit was made 2 weeks ago. Similar articles, the is near, tears in fabric of reality appearing. We may refer to this phone number several times in the form of the workers. We have received new information on the worldwide event, which we will, from now on, be referring to as the restart. Definite evidence of the restart have started showing around the world. We will list what to do depending on what evidence of the restart you see. If you see a tear in the air, or a tear that appears two-dimensional, as long as you cannot come into contact with it, it is not dangerous. If you cannot touch it, report the location of the tear to the workers and walk away, as it could expand at any moment. It is currently unknown what happens if you touch it. However, it is not recommended due to risks coming with touching it. If clouds are any color that's not a shade of gray, do the following based on appearances. If it is not raining from that cloud, immediately report the cloud to the workers. If it is raining from that cloud, it is already too late for anyone who touched a raindrop. You should still call the workers, that way they may be able to save some people around the area. If objects look two-dimensional, no matter how far away or how uncertain you are about them, report them to the workers. Tell them what state or state equivalent you are in, e.g. California, England, or Ontario, and they will handle the rest. We are actively trying to get as much information about the situation as we can. Please check this article as much as possible, as it could update at any moment. The following edit was made 12 days ago. Similar articles, tears becoming huge, over 2 million casualties related to tears. What you may see when looking into a tear in reality is variable. As recently as 2 days ago, all tears seem to have led into a black void. As of now, the vast majority of tears still display nothing but an empty void. However, some people have reported to have seen something other than the void. Whether or not there is something on the other side affects the following rules will be displayed at the beginning of each rule. Both, do not come into contact with a tear. If you come too close, we have determined that, through an incredibly painful process known as relocation, you will be forced through the tear and into whatever is on the other side. The tears are not elastic. You will be dragged through the widest point of the tear, whether your body can fit or not. Void, do not go outside at night. This is because you may step too close to the void tears without knowing. If you do go outside, bring a flashlight. Non-void, do not try to take a photo with a device or camera. If you do, your device will become corrupted, and whatever surface it touches will become bright pink. We do not know what this means. Both, never dispose trash or anything in these tiers. This is because every time something goes in a tier, every tier around the world expands slightly. You don't want to contribute to the restart, do you? If you dispose too much into the tier, it may suddenly expand enough to relocate you. Both, workers preventing you from going to where you want to go are doing so for your safety. Respect them. Any rain coming from corrupted clouds act as tiny tears. Every time one of these hit you, they will take a part of your body with them. You will be relocated bit by bit if you are caught in one of these drizzles. This is all the information we gathered so far. Stay safe. The following edit was made days ago. Similar articles: workers overpower government, workers turn to violence, people resorting to jumping into tears. Approximately 80% of tears have something on the other side now. Any corrupted raindrop that falls into a tear expands every single tear around the world and creates new ones. Here is how to make sure you stay safe. Do not report tears to workers. They have exhausted their energy to stopping the tears from expanding. They no longer want to help. Limit the amount of time you stay outside. The outside is becoming incredibly dangerous. Any tear of any size can relocate you, even tears as small as. If you begin to be sucked in, you might benefit from knocking yourself unconscious. It is recommended to keep a weapon capable of painlessly knocking yourself unconscious. If a surface becomes pink, it is corrupted. Do touch it. If you do, you have lost control of your body. You may wound up touching the corrupted surface for hours before you are released. If part of your body is corrupted, find the source and throw it away. You will slowly lose control. Keep in mind that it is not painful to relocate yourself via a very wide tear. In fact, the small tears are more dangerous. Tears may merge to form larger tears. However, since these still count as two different tears, they will grow twice as fast. Avoid these at all costs. If you touch one of these, the relocating will be twice as brutal. The contents of what's on the other side of these ultra tears may overlap. This is how you can tell the difference between the two. Please, do not resort to jumping in. Those who have jumped in cannot leave. And we still have not determined what's on the other side. The following edit was made 6 days ago. Similar articles: frequent earthquakes devastate cities, typhoons made exclusively of pink clouds hitting cities. Society is collapsing. Nothing good can come out of this, but if you're not willing to take any risks, follow these more basic rules. The scavenging hours are 7 to 10 am. Do not, under any circumstances, go out during these hours. Laws don't matter anymore. Do whatever you can to survive. Push, pull, hoard, explore, do whatever you need to do. Once you get relocated, you cannot go out. 5% of Earth's surface and air is now tears. You will see them all over the sky and on the ground. Be cautious with every step. Tears can only form in open air. If you close all air sources from your house, tears will not form. Every time you let air into your house, there is the risk of a tear forming inside. You could go to sleep one night, then wake up on the other side, or worse, not wake up at all. Anything you hold in your hands if you get relocated will be transported with you. Try to carry as much as possible when traveling, so if you get relocated you will have some resources. If your building is not earthquake-proof, leave immediately. Earthquakes are becoming more and more of a common occurrence. The following edit was made 1 day ago. The restart will lead us to a desolate wasteland. But we will survive. There are resources we can benefit from. Earth is no longer our home. If you wish to enter, follow these rules. Enter through a wide tier. It painless. Make sure the tier you're entering through is not overlapping with another. Continue to avoid strangely colored clouds and two-dimensional objects that should be 3D. If you come into contact with a 2D object, any traits the 2D object had, you will carry as you enter into the new reality. If you go under a strangely colored cloud, pray that it won't start raining. If it does, find shelter as fast as you can. Enter with any supplies you can come with, preferably technology. We have no idea how anything on the other side works. It may be dark, but it's still very hot. Find shelter of some kind as quickly as you can. It could be a piece of building. It could be a feature in the landscape. Just find shelter. It is the same landscape for miles. We don't know how big it is. Don't let the tiers fool you. Parts of buildings are being relocated. It will be raining resources from Earth for who knows how long. Once you're in, try to locate a large group. Ignore all the corpses. Those are the people who entered through small tiers. The following edit was made minutes ago. The new reality is lovely. Technology is amazing. Everyone should come in. Just keep in mind these following rules before coming in. Don't bring any supplies. They will slow down your adventure. Besides, everything is already provided. Try to enter through small tiers. No one has died. Everyone is having a great time. Join us. We're doing this for your own good, human. Your reality is horrible. Come in or we will force you in ourself. Take a nice shower underneath a pink cloud before joining us. Have a fun time climbing up 2D objects before joining. It may feel hot on the other side, but don't be fooled. It's actually cold, you'll get used to it. Join us. You're the last one here. You cannot save yourself. You cannot stay. More news articles from this website. How to survive the restart. Magnitude 9.7 earthquake recorded at over 0 deaths recorded. Should you jump in? That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.